Precious time, chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive, life. If you hadn't run away, every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play.
Hello, everybody. Lord help me. Lord help me. So, welcome in, everybody, to Braylon's virtual tour live right here on YouTube. So, you're probably wondering, why do I have the banner up so early? Epidemic Sound is being a whole unnecessary epidemic. Y'all know how long I have played this song on the channel, right? So they have been trying to do what they do. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to have it. So Canva said that you can't use the song for the live stream. I'm just like, well, what's the point of using music? Right? So anyway, it's all good, y'all. I'm going to figure it out. I'm still new to YouTube. And by the way, it's like, to Epidemic Sound, to the music industry, can y'all please get y'all ish together? Because there's plenty of content creators that want to have music streams that would help your artist make more money. And when you do content ID claims, it doesn't make you look good, especially when they have the license to do it. And at the end of the day, to me, I feel like if you have the license to play any song, that should be for everything, from intros to outros to videos to live streams. That should cover everything. Or better yet, y'all should be able to have a way that somebody can purchase a license that covers everything, because it gets annoying. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Glad to have all y'all here. We are missing something very important here. I had to get that out because I'm like, child, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Wait for it. There it is. Hashtag that wonderful sound. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. I watched Barbie today, and The Haunted Mansion. And I gotta tell you something. I really liked both movies. Shout out to Warner Bros. Discovery. I know that right now they're still in some legal-ish with what is to come for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I did see, sorry, y'all, I just heard myself. But I did hear about, Hotel basically not being able to pay for something once again. But and at the end of the day, I think that OWN and Warner Bros. Discovery is going to have to reset at this point as a network. But I say shout out to Warner Bros. Discovery and Mattel, because what they allowed in that movie is amazing from Barbie. Like, Barbie got humanized so well, and there were so many themes in that it was just mind-blowing. And then The Haunted Mansion from Disney was absolutely amazing. With, I think it was Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Keith Stanfield, Rosario Dawson, Tiffany Haddish, that young brother who played the son. It was so good. And Jared Leto playing the Hatbox Ghost. We have 999 happy haunts. There's always room for one more. Listen. Haunted Mansion was not as scary as I thought it was going to be, because I don't do scary movies. Hey, Shan, good to see you. Phyllis Crawford, welcome in. Nikki News, welcome in. Glad to have you here. I don't do haunted movies at all, because I believe that at the end of the day, what you put into you can come out of you. But I will say Haunted Mansion was a vibe. And, I know Tiffany Haddish, went through what she went through, but I have to say, it was cool to see Tiffany Haddish in a different light, because we always see her, be funny, but this one, she has a very pivotal role in the film. and it was like a 41% score on Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm just like, that's the same thing that they said about the Super Mario Brothers movie. And it was so interesting that Grace at Beyond the Trailer gave a glowing review of Barbie, as she should have. But also, too, she said that the Super Mario Brothers movie was going to be a failure. Grace, from Beyond the Trailer, someone said that you were old-fashioned or you were behind the ball. You got offended. Guess what? You missed it, because that Super Mario Bros. Movie is one of the greatest anime movies of all time and was a big box office hit. Phyllis, you are right. It did have comedy in it also. It was late. So Haunted Mansion was a very layered story, right? It was about grief. It was about second chances. It was about finding your inner strength. Revelation, I totally get it. There's a lot of people that still don't like Tiffany Haddish. I was just mentioning her because she's in the movie. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, everybody, as well. But yeah, I thought Haunted Mansion was a good movie. I didn't understand the critics score, at all. To me, I think it's good. And I don't watch scary movies. So for me to watch Haunted Mansion, I'm never going to go on the ride, though. That's a no. I'm no. Movie was enough for me. I am completely fine. But yes, indeed. Let me get some topics up here. So I saw a couple of stories today that I want to talk about. As you guys know, this is Virtual Tour Live, where we go there in terms of topics, right? Yeah, I mean, listen, and that was Tiffany Haddish's first Disney movie. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for that to be her first Disney movie, that's not a bad comeback after that. But, I think that, Tiffany, she did her job in the movie, and I think we can be about the art, you know what I mean? Still, what she did was not right, and I think she gets that. But also, too, there's a person that opened up the chocolate factory, and people are still listening to his music. So, I'm not excusing the behavior, but I'm just asking, we got to keep it real with all the same energy. So, that's just my take. Don't at me, y'all. Do not at me. So I did see this story. If it'll pull up here. Okay. So Whack 100 talks to DJ Academics. Okay. Now, Whack 100 is a manager in the game, in the music game. And, Whack 100 asserts himself into a lot of stuff that he should keep his mouth shut on. But at the end of the day, with this particular story, I agree with him. I totally agree. So let me get the story up. Anytime you go with me, you take out, they always have, the Google vignette. Revelation says, Braylon never liked Tiffany before the scandal. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Did you not like her before the scandal because she just wasn't funny, wasn't anything to relate to, or you just didn't have a good feeling about her? And I ask this because at the end of the day, I think this is you know how we are as virtual travelers over here, a virtual tour family. We like to be open about everything because the only way we get to a better understanding is if we communicate with each other. So feel free, Revelation, we'd love to hear more from you. So this is what Whack 100 well, I'm about to tell you, Whack 100 delivered. Okay, you did have a good feeling about her. Okay, I can receive that. Thank you for your opinion, for sure. Glad to have you. Whack 100 delivered a message to DJ Academics after the streamer repeatedly disrespected singer SZA. Now, for those of you who don't know who SZA is, she's an R&B artist, and one of her best friends is Lizzo, who is going through a SA case right now. And I did see a report from TMZ that she's in the studio, allegedly making new music. So apparently there's supposed to be some new music coming out from Lizzo. So that's what I saw on TMZ Day. But anyway, Whack 100 says that academics should think twice about disrespecting Black women. I had talked with him a couple days ago. He's been told to refrain from that name. He's a YouTube blogger, so if you say something to him, he's going to say something back. Now, I really think Ack is playing a dangerous game because you are attacking a black woman. Then SZA fans, then Bay High fans, and then the Megan Thee Stallion fans, and then all them fans. Boy, they get to put at posseing the F up. 40% of their fans be people from the LGBTQIA plus communities, he explained. Let's see. Wack continued, they are posseing the F up and they get to protesting against Spotify because that's where his contract is at, saying that he's using the platform to degrade and disrespect black women. And they are starting to find clips where it looks like some domestic ish going on. Ack will F around and find himself in a bad situation. He might need to tread lightly. I gotta agree with Wack on this because there was, for those of you who don't remember, DJ Academics and I think it was Joe Budden and Nessa, or some, I can't remember her name, but they were on a show called Everyday Struggle on Complex Networks, right? And it was basically a hip hop culture debate show. And so Erykah Badu went on the show and said that academics look like Jerry from Tom and Jerry. And so he harbored that comment and said that, Erykah Badu in so many words is a 304 and has dudes pumped into her, dumped into her. And so, Erykah Badu responded that, that he's a ussy for being so offended. So, academics have had this behavior before of disrespecting black women. And, listen, at the end of the day, I feel like, for, Beyonce, SZA, Megan Thee Stallion, they probably have uncles, nephews, cousins, homeboys that they have known before they got famous that will take on the mindset of being family is police and making sure you're taken care of. There are people who still believe that family is police. And if he's not careful, he might get a house visit. I'm not wishing that on him. I'm just saying that's how some black families roll. That family is police. And, it was funny because there was a young lady that egged his face on camera as he was doing a live. So he seems to just take he seems to be like, if somebody is struggling, let me take them down. Like there was a dude that wanted to whoop his behind over covering the black urderings in rap culture, even though he wasn't from that city. So he, DJ Academics has a lot of enemies. And if he's not careful, he is definitely going to be taken now for sure. Like I said, I don't doubt him. right, y'all. Type of one in the chat if you can hear me. Type of one in the chat if you can hear me. I am back. My phone cut out. It happened before. I don't know why. Like literally, I will be live and it just cuts. So thank y'all for being patient. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. I am BACK in the building right here on Virtual Tour Live. So we were talking about Chloe Bailey and basically about her sister, right? And so let me find the story here, child. Okay, here it is here. So it says, wonder if my nails would give away anything about what my outfit is tonight. Y'all better keep my sister's name out your mouth. Thank you, amen. Hallelujah. Ish got me riled the hell up. Anyway, love you. We don't play about hallelujah, she said on her Instagram live. I'm glad that, I'm glad that her sister, cleared things up, right? I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, media takeout, you got to take it with a grain of salt, right? So I didn't think it was actually real because women, they fluctuate with their weight, just like men fluctuate with their weight, right? So that's just generally how I felt. I told y'all that when I told y'all that story that night, right? So, and by the way, everybody who came through for our 1,000 member celebration and get monetized. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. It really did mean the world to me. What happened, Braylon? I missed that one. Which one? You mean my live or what I just talked about? But yes, it was a wonderful time. Our 1,000 member celebration. And not to mention getting monetized was just absolutely wonderful. So that was a great time. Great time. So I don't know if y'all know about this either, but apparently Britney Spears and Sam Agassi got divorced, and she had like this crazy divorce party. But listen, now they have shared 5 dogs between the two of them, and they have already come to agreement on who. Oh yeah, so basically, okay, so Chloe, let me go back to Chloe. So basically what happened with Chloe Bailey was she was just saying that her sister Hallie or Haley was not pregnant. That's basically what she was saying. She was saying that her sister Haley Bailey was not pregnant. There was a report in Media Takeout that I did read. I said allegedly and everything's alleged in my opinion for entertainment purposes only. So Media Takeout said that, they had sources that were close to Haley Bailey and that she looked like she was pregnant. And Chloe said that she is not pregnant. Y'all better keep my sister's name out your mouth. We don't play about hallelujah. So that's that story. So yes, indeed. So, and I figured she wasn't pregnant. I really just figured it was her weight fluctuating, which, like I said before, all of our weight fluctuates, for sure. But with Britney Spears, she divorced her ex-husband, Sam Agassi, and so they already have an agreement between the two of them about their 5 dogs and who gets each pup. So Sam was spotted walking the couple's Doberman Porsche Monday, the same dog he bought as protection. No problem. As protection for Britney a couple years ago. We learned that Sam now has Porsche full time and got her back last week in an arrangement with Britney. While she might be without Porsche, we're told Britney gets to keep 4 of her 4-legged friends that she owns. She has an Australian Shepherd, Sawyer, her Yorkie Hannah, and 2 smaller dogs. We're both told that Sam and Britney are happy with the agreement, how the dogs turn out. So yeah, Britney Spears, she got out of that conservatorship, as you guys know, and now, she is in the middle of a divorce. Which, it's crazy what's been happening with all these divorces recently. I mean, it seems like, left and right, people are getting divorced. And, I think the pandemic definitely put a dent in a lot of marriages. But I think also, too, absolutely, pets get affected as well, because pets are basically like kids, right? They can sense energy. And, there is a thing where if your energy is low, your dog will run to you, or your cat will nuzzle you. You know what I mean? So absolutely. And like I said before, I think the pandemic definitely put a lot of dents in marriages because for the first time ever, you actually had to live with your partner. And for some people, they loved it. For some people, they hated it. And I do wish everybody well. I mean, I don't think anybody gets married so divorce can happen. I try my best to genuinely not believe that. So that is Britney Spears and Sam Agassi. Now, I just saw this story, so I'm on TMZ live right now. Yeah, I'm on TMZ live right now. Sorry about my phone falling. Let's see. Right, my pit refuses to my ex and tore up some ish. Oh my. Something seems off about Britney Spears. I think so. I mean, ever since she got that conservatorship, I think she's been trying to find her new foundation of herself. And so as you're trying to find who you are after an event, sometimes it's not the cleanest process. So for sure. So y'all know about the Fire Festival, right? Billy McFarland, where, basically, if you have not watched the Fire Festival, the Fire Fest on Hulu or the Netflix documentary, please watch either one. There's plenty of videos on it. Basically, Fire Festival was supposed to be on this island owned by a former UGG or rug dealer. And the people who own the island said, don't say anything about it. Of course, he said something about, it was, he tried to put together a festival a couple of weeks. The guy had to suck the cream out of a ding dong in order to get water for the festival. And then there was supposed to be like, these not gazebos, but there were supposed to be these cabanas, luxury cabanas. And there's supposed to be, chef catered meal or chef prepared meals, and it was grilled cheese sandwich, all that stuff. So excuse me, it went to ish. And so Billy McFarland came out with a scavenger hunt. He sat down Michael Strahan. It was a whole kid caboodle. So y'all, the biggest thing about the Fire Festival, right, was there was a lot of people from Jamaica or from that island that did not get paid. And so it was horrible. So why am I telling you all this? This is an exclusive off of TMZ.com. Fire Festival founder Billy McFarland selling out tickets for Concert Fest sequel. Now, I will say this, okay? At the end of the documentaries on Hulu and Netflix, he did say that, you will get, if you want a refund, you can get a refund, or we'll just give you a ticket to next year's festival. So this is what it says here. Calling it a comeback is an understatement, but Fire Festival founder Billy McFarland is actually selling out tickets for a sequel to that infamous flop. And he's telling us how he's pulling it off. So McFarland joined TMZ on TMZ Live. Exactly right. Revelation for sure. Revealing the first round of Fire Festival 2 pre-sale tickets were scooped up quickly. And interestingly, Billy thinks all the buzz around his 2017 tropical failure is driving curiosity and interest around his second attempt. Do you not think, Billy, now this is just me, do you not think that maybe, just maybe, that the curiosity is not to see if you can pull up, but to see if you'll be a failure once again? And you still have to owe money to all these people, right? I mean, honestly, I don't know why you did not go to Warner Brothers and do a movie on this. Say, hey, listen, I want to be paid $15 million or however much money you have to pay. You get $5 million. You walk away free. My goodness, why didn't you write a book? Why didn't you do merchandise like take an inch and make it a mile? But no, you're going to do a sequel to a failure. What? So Billy told TMZ Live that the no publicity is bad. The no publicity is bad publicity model really works in his favor. By the way, folks who already purchased tickets dropped $500 without knowing the exact location or which artists will perform. Billy also chats with us about how the hell he found backers for Fire Festival 2, saying it wasn't until a Broadway production company supported a musical based on the first Fire that financiers got interested in his return to live events. So wait a minute. So it was a Broadway production company that supported a musical based on Fire's the first Fire. So what, was there supposed to be a musical about this? What in the world? And so months after the teaser, Lord help. Months after the teaser, Billy reunited with Andy King, the guy who famously revealed Billy asked him to give oral to a customs officer to get shipments of bottled water. And they sold grilled cheeses in New York to raise money for Bahama workers who still have been paid from Fire Festival. Billy said he won't be doing as much as next year's festival, but he's at least secured one job, cooking up those infamous cheese sandwiches with Andy. Andy King tells TMZ, I look forward to working with Billy and our partners to share Fire with the world. I'm so grateful to have support to help us with the ultimate redemption. Oh my god, dude, Andy King, we gotta talk, bro. Really, we gotta talk. Now, in the documentaries, you said that, you know, Billy is a fraud. After you've called somebody a fraud, you gotta keep that same energy. He asked you to give oral to a customs officer to get bottled water for a music festival. And you're reuniting with him to do this thing again. Really? Really? I'm going to type in Fire Festival live right now on my laptop computer. And let's just see what comes up. Because I mean, I really am curious. Like, I can't. Like, what in the actual world? Okay, so this just came up. Wait a minute. I'm seeing all the headlines now. So Billy McFarland, I'm gonna read this from Entertainment Weekly. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. So in a YouTube video posted this past Sunday, the convicted con artist officially announced Fire Festival 2 and set to take place sometime at the end of 2024. Okay, listen, he learned his lesson. He's given himself a year. That's smart. The specific dates, location, and festival lineup has not been revealed, but tickets are on sale at $499. Okay, $500, and going up to Now, the reason why I'm laughing like that is because of the price I'm about to tell you. The tickets are starting at $499 and going up to $7,999. I'm going to say that big price one more time, $7,999. Okay. So this is what Billy McFarland said in the video. This is a big day, McFarland says in the video, sporting AirPods and a plush white robe. This has been the absolute wildest journey to get here, and really all started during a 7-month stint in solitary confinement. I wrote out this 50-page plan of how it would take this overall interest in demand and fire, and how it would take my ability to bringing people from all around the world to make the impossible happen. The best partners in the world who allowed me to be me while executing Fire's vision to the highest level. McFarland said he spoke to people as far away as the Middle East and South America before deciding to once again bring the festival or the Fest of the Caribbean. In the meantime, we'll be doing pop-ups and events across the world. He adds, guys, it's a sure chance to get in. This is everything I've been working towards. Let's effing go. Oh my Lord. You know what? I just want to see how many views this has got, because I'm genuinely curious now. Like, I know that he was talking about this a while back, but I didn't think he would do this again. I just like, what? Really? Hey, Live, Laugh, Love, welcome in, Queen. We're just talking about the Fire Festival. Apparently, Billy McFarland is bringing the Fire Festival back for a round two. Just read what he said in his video here. I'm trying to see his view count, because I know the comment section lit up. Okay, so y'all, PYRT Billy is his account. He's got 255 subscribers, 48,000 views, 49 likes, and of course he turned the comments off. Of course he did. Of course he did, because he knows that the comment section would have been lit up. So this don't make no damn sense. Why in the world are you doing this again? Why are you doing this again? Lord help. Lord help. All right, so the date for this is crazy, y'all. So Fire Festival 2 pre-sale, the Caribbean, Friday, December 6th, 2024, 12 p.m. So I'm guessing that's, when the festival will actually happen. So the first 100 tickets have been sold out. They sold out 2028. Sorry, August 22nd, 2023. So then he has the Fire 400. That's $799. The Fire Starters, $1,199. Pre-sale tickets for $1,799. Pre-sale tickets for $2,699. Pre-sale tickets $4,899, and last chance pre-sale tickets for $7,999. So this is what it's saying here. Okay, this is what it's saying. We're dropping the first pre-sale Fire passes. Prices go up as tickets are sold. Your Fire pass gets you one ticket into the Fire Festival 2. Fire Festival 2 is targeted for the end of 2024 in the Caribbean. The Fire Festival pre-sale pass gets you one ticket into the festival, as well as VIP access to Fire events, experiences, and community. The date is subject to change. Oh my God. VIP pass to Fire lead-up events and Fire pop-ups. Fire crew VIP access to Fire experiences, including Fire fights. What? Firefights, documentary and film screenings, weekend trips, and more online community with Billy and the team. Okay. I gotta see their Instagram and Twitter now. I'm genuinely curious. I am genuinely curious about this now, because I'm just like, this is not gonna go good. This is. I can't believe Andy is like back with him after all of that, right? This is crazy. Okay, so PTR Billy, 23,300 followers. And I'm looking at this IG post right now. Okay. So he posted this a day ago. Here are some of the comments. I want the confidence setting out to on sale in a robe. Sham here says no venue, no lineup, just a destination and a promise that will be amazing. Then take my money. Pay off the locals of the hour that you scam first, bro. Give it up. Get a normal job. Let's see here. Indigo Dog _1 says, I like your dedication and confidence, but how can you start selling tickets to a festival when no bands have agreed to play? I can see Netflix producers cheering as they start filming Fire Flop 2, the sequel. You had one shot the first time, mate. You blew it over. He allowed confidence. Yes, we all need this sort of confidence. So, woo. Okay. Well, y'all, just be careful. Just be careful. Y'all know about it now. Y'all know about it now, okay? So, and this will be the last thing I'll say about Billy here, because this is just crazy. So, like I told y'all, he was going to do a treasure hunt, right? And I think he had a couple people that he actually surprised, right? So it says here, Firefest Billy McFarland, sorry Bahamas, but let's make amends, please, to the government. So Billy fired off an apology to the Bahamian government Monday, hours after Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper said his nation wanted nothing to do with Billy's next venture, which appears to be a treasure hunt in the Bahamas. I'm in the letter obtained by TMZ. Billy does not mention Firefest by name, but he opens by saying, I'm writing to you to profusely apologize for my actions 5 years ago. I was completely wrong, wholly regret my actions. So basically he ended up pleading guilty to 2 counts of wire fraud over the disastrous failed event and served 4 of his 6-year sentence behind bars. It says, my main focus is how I can right my wrongs, make the Bahamas and Family Islands a region that I deeply care about whole again. Oh, Lord. And he says he's been keeping in contact with the folks in the Bahamas over the years, and their generosity kind of has been a constant guide and motivation for me. I've been re-engaging the families of the islands to see what I can do to be making amends. First of all, pay the people. Pay the people their money. Pay the people their money. This is not going to go good. Not to mention, like, Beyonce tickets are like $5,000, right? If you go see Renaissance. But Beyonce comes through with an actual concert. Like, who was going to pay $7,999 for it? $500, that's most of my rent money. Okay? Like, I can't. Totally agree. So that's the latest on that. I just like, wow, okay. So that's what we're doing. Okay. All right. All right, let me find some more stories here. I know. Wait a minute. I know. Look. I'd rather go down the 7th Avenue Beauty Weekend. Okay. I'd rather go to Nubian Con from Nubian Television than go down to that festival, because that right there. Oh my God. Hey, Simone. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. That. I don't know. That's okay. They can have that festival. It ain't gonna go well. It's not. It's just not. It is just not going to go well. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Okay. So remember how I told y'all that Lizzo was making music again, right? So this is what she said to TMZ. Lizzo looks and sounds unbothered by the lawsuit hanging over her head, possibly using all the controversy as inspiration to create new art. The Truth Hurts singer spot Monday for the first time since being sued by three of the former backup dancers who claim that she SA'd them. Photographers asked how she's been holed up in the face of the lawsuit. So it looks like here she's wearing a Yitty hoodie, some sunshades. She's got like what is it? She's got a mug or a jug with probably one of those plastic straws, paper straw or a metal straw, and silver boots and a silver bag. But it says here, Lizzo says she's doing good. She was all smiles as she strolled into a recording studio in Hollywood. Her only other message is new music is coming. So we shall see if new music is coming. Like I said, I think that lawsuit is very real. There's a woman named I can't remember her last name. T Manair, I think that's her name. If I misquote you, Queen, I am so sorry. She talked about how this lawsuit may not even be won, but it's just to make some noise. I agree and disagree because at the end of the day, they were in that experience. We weren't. Cheryl Rose, thank you so much. You are cute. You are very cute. Hello, Moneybags Braylon. Congratulations. Thank you very much. You're very kind to believe that. Listen, it is a huge honor to get to this point. I saw the news about Hotel not being able to pay for some lawyer, I think. At this point, y'all, with Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'm just being real with y'all, I think Love and Marriage Huntsville at this point is on its way out, right? It is. And I say that because there is no way. I mean, even the Housewives franchise is toxic. But there is no way that they would ever allow this to be this toxic. I mean, Jen Shaw went to jail and they covered that on the show. Right. And I don't know. I mean, my thing is this. If, Hotel could not pay for $10,000 for a court case, right? Then how is he going to pay for dinner? If he couldn't pay for dinner, then how is he going to be able to pay for this new thing, right? So it's just one thing after another, y'all. So recognize the pattern here, okay? Recognize the pattern. And I got a message from somebody who supports me very much. They said that Stormy is supposed to have a case tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I don't know what the case is over, but honestly, it's probably some lawsuit. Maybe it's Black Titanic. If it's Black Titanic, I hope Black Titanic wins, because what happened to her was unnecessary. So unnecessary. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe, and this is just me, I can't tell you for sure, but maybe it might be the business license, remember? Because her business license allegedly is not in service. That, somebody reported her license got suspended. It got revoked. So it may be a court case on trying to get that license reinstated. Who knows? This cast is leaking out ratchetness, deception, and just overall disgusting behavior. Even Tisha talked about Bugs, Joy, and another content creator. So it's just like, at this point, y'all, this show is on a Hamsterville, not Hamsterville, but Hamsterville, for those of you who know Lilo and Stitch. there's this little hamster who's all about evil, and he says, "I'm a hamster, not hamster, hamster." But it is a hamster wheel of just deception, leaking, and just overall just. Oh my God! Let me tell you something. If OWN doesn't get a hold of itself and reset itself, Warner Bros. Discovery will get a hold of itself and reset itself. They're going to have to. Like I said, that's a black network. They need that for financial capital purposes, because at the end of the day, all their other networks on the Warner Bros. Discovery platform are not for black people. And so they want the black advertisers to advertise to us, so that way we can go make those advertisers a bag, which means that the more we make them a bag, the more that they're going to want to invest on OWN, and the more that they invest in OWN, the more we want to watch OWN, and then the circle of life continues, right? So Cheryl Rose says, never heard Stormy until the show, and just look at her as a messy businesswoman. I agree. I never heard of Stormy Steele before the show. Never heard of her before the show. I knew Classical Beauty before the show. I'm trying to think who else. There's so many brands that I've heard of before the show, but this one here now. And by the way, can somebody tell me why Stormy does that dance? I mean, I know it's a TikTok dance, but that doesn't mean everybody has to do it. I mean, it doesn't look right. It looks like one of her pillows is going to pop out, and it just don't look good. I'm sorry. Like, it's just no. And not to mention too, why in the world would you have held bundles of cash like that in a video? Do you not realize like how technology works? People, and we're just keeping it real over here. People could stop the video, scan the photo, find out where you are, and try to come take you down. Like, really? Why would you hold bundles of money like that in an Instagram video? I mean, good God, even in a rap video, it's usually fake bundles of money. Like, come on now. Come on. What advertisers will support black messiness and toxic? You would be surprised. I mean, at the end of the day, everything that glitters ain't gold, but that don't mean that they don't want to look like they have gold. You know what I mean? So you'll be surprised for sure. And like I said, I think with the lawsuit with Bravo and NBC, I think at the end of the day, that lawsuit is going to reset unscripted television. I really, really do. And like I said, I saw the unscripted schedule for ABC. They're going to have Celebrity Family Feud. They're going to have Jeopardy. And I'm telling you right now, these networks are praying, hoping, and doing all the seances. They're getting all the sage to hope to God Almighty or the power of belief or whoever they believe in, that this unscripted schedule works out. Because if this unscripted schedule works out well enough, I promise you there's going to be more game shows. There are going to be more variety shows like Judge Steve Harvey. There'll be more competition shows. You know what? ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and CW, they may do docuseries. They may do reality shows. And I'm not playing with y'all. I really think that these networks are hoping out here that, you know, the unscripted, you know, programming schedule this fall works out. Because if this works out, that means they don't have to invest in much. They don't have to invest in much money into scripted. Like, for example, y'all remember Empire, right? On Fox. It took about $3 million per episode to make. I'm going to say they get $3 million per episode. So I'm going to say, and this is just a rough number, right? It's just a rough number. So I'm going to do this live. So 3 million is usually with scripted shows. It is usually about 13 episodes, right? So I'm going to do 3 million times 13 episodes, right? And like I said, everything's alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, okay? So 3 million times 13, Y'all, that's $39 million for one season of Empire. I'm gonna say that again. $3 million per episode to make one episode. It takes $3 million. It took $3 million to make one episode of Empire on Fox. So 3 million times the standard number of episodes for a scripted show. 13 episodes came out to $39 million. So the networks are going to be praying that this unscripted schedule works out well. I mean, this is just, oh Lord, and I agree, these aren't real business people. I mean, you got projects that aren't being done. I mean, apparently, allegedly, from a content creator, they said they got their house. Tisha and Marceau got their house done, but not the hotel. Y'all know the Fairfield Hotel. Apparently, that's still not built, and hotel still doesn't have his license. And Macy and Mila really isn't popping like they think it was gonna pop. Let me see. Wait a minute, Braylon. Is this Shrek going to affect the Power series? Absolutely, it will. Absolutely will. Because here's the thing: most of the actors are in SAG-AFTRA. So yes, absolutely, it will. But here's the thing, though, right? Like, for example, the version of Power with Tommy is coming back, right? So whatever has already been shot will be on the air. But in terms of producing something new, that will be impacted. Like, that's why they haven't taped any P-Valley episodes. That's why they haven't taped any P-Valley episodes. But if they're on strike, how can a scripted show proceed? So SAG-AFTRA has been doing this thing where if it is independent, and I mean very independent, like these are everyday people, they're not in the union at all, they can get a contract that basically states that when the contract is agreed upon, then they will agree to the terms that the union and the studios make. So there are interim agreements, and some people are not liking the interim agreements because it goes against the purpose of the strike. Like I told y'all about the SAG Awards and Netflix. So the same union that is telling influencers and potentially content creators that they cannot review any shows from any of these studios. Now, I will say this, I think it's the movie studios, not the TV shows, because here's the thing, I think SAG is saying that you cannot review any of the scripted shows. I don't think they say anything about unscripted. So I think you can review unscripted shows, but with Bethany Frankel stepping up and wanting to do a reality show union, and SAG wants to be a part of that, that is at stake now. But basically, my rambling comes great. It's just give me time. Why am I telling you all this? Because at this point, SAG wants influencers and content creators not to talk about any of the work from Struck Studios like Netflix and Hulu and Max and Warner Brothers and Disney, right? They don't want you to talk about anything from those studios, but yet the SAG Awards will be airing February 24th, 2024 at 8/7 Central live on Netflix, because the SAG AFTRA organization has a multi-year deal with Netflix. Now, how much sense does that make? And yes, I did cover that on my channel. You have to go back through a little bit, but I did cover that on my channel. But how in the world can you be a union saying that you're for your writers and producers and actors and actresses and everybody in between, but yet y'all have a multi-year deal with Netflix, a studio that you are on strike against? So if you're going to be on strike, shouldn't that mean your overall deal for the award show that will be happening February 24th, 2024. And by the way, y'all, nominations for the SAG Awards will be happening in just a couple of days. Nominations for the SAG Awards will be open up August 28th of this year. So what? So what? How y'all gonna take nominations? And y'all gonna take nominations from the work that people have already done? Because they said that any work from January 1st of this year to December 31st of this year can be accepted. So there's not a lot of people who've done a lot of work. So how y'all going to pull off this award show? It's just the hypocrisy for me. So, yeah. So any work that has already been done, that will air, but any new work cannot be done. Cannot be done. And I feel for these actors because, like Brandy Evans, for example, from P Valley, she got a check for a penny. A penny. A penny. Hey, Caden for life. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, Cheryl Rose, I agree. Hopefully the strike will be over and these people will get back to work. Absolutely. You know, I found out today about the Rooster Teeth Digital Content Careers Program. I didn't get in, unfortunately. And the way I found out about it was weird. So whenever you apply for a incubator program or a, or upcoming, or a content mentorship program, you usually will stay in the process of updates, right? So I was waiting for an update because I'm like, wait a minute, they haven't said nothing to me. This is kind of odd. But then I went to deadline.com as I normally do. I try to check the industry websites once a day. Variety, Deadline. Those are the two I normally go to because they seem to be the most current, up to date. I go to the Wrap, I go to the Horror Report. Either way, I keep my ear to the street very well. And so I'm like, I saw this article. I'm like, wait a minute, really? So they just announced it? They didn't tell? Because y'all, it was 400 people that applied. Over 400 people that applied to be in this program. They had to choose only 8. Only 8. And so what is going to have to happen? And tomorrow I gotta call somebody. I don't say all my moves out loud. I don't. But there was a particular move that I did a while back that they said contact them in September. It's getting close. I'm gonna check in with them just to see if we're still good. But either way. But to that point, at this point, the studios, and WGA say that Netflix, Disney, and Amazon are now the biggest players in media, right? So it's not really diversified competition. It is monopolization happening, right? Where the gates are getting tighter and stronger and more enforced of how people can go in and out of the gate of the industry. What's amazing to me is the people that are trying to get into the gate, like myself, we are going through bondage, but the people who are in the gate in the industry, they are also in bondage. I covered Billy Porter and how, he said he has to sell his home because he's not making FU money yet. He said that he's still living paycheck to paycheck. So this strike is impacting everybody. It is impacting everybody. But I think what, the streamers are going to have to do, what Warner Bros. Discovery is going to have to do, what Amazon's going to have to do, what Disney's going to have to do, they're going to have to start creating submission forms. You know how you go to abc.com/casting and you can submit yourself for, to be on a show. They're going to have to start doing, to me, to save this industry, they're going to have to start creating content career submission forms of your resume, your cover letter, some of the content that you do, and they're going to have to open up the gates to us in order to save this industry. I could be completely wrong, but I really do believe they're going to have to do that because at this point, it is such a echo chamber of this has already been done that they need new content. I really believe that. Let's see here. Good night, Braylon. Thanks for keeping us up to date with hot topics. Absolutely. And that's the thing I try to do over here with Virtual Tour Live is like, and in my channel, as y'all hopefully can see, I'm trying to give y'all other topics, right? Because at the end of the day, I think we all love and marriage Huntsville to a point where we can tolerate it, but the world is bigger than just Huntsville, Alabama, right? So I hope you guys are seeing that when I am doing other topics, it's not to negate that, but I believe that I am bigger than that. I believe y'all are bigger than taking just that topic in. I believe life is bigger than just one show. That's why morning TV, that's why it's 2 hours long, because they have a lot of things to cover. So I hope y'all do see that. But no, I appreciate y'all being here. But yeah, it's sad. And I hope that, these studios recognize that people just want to live the wage. That's it. And I know that, trying to make $1 out 15 cents, keep your studio lights on is difficult. But without people making content, y'all have nothing of value to air. How you gonna keep your brand partnerships with all these advertisers? You have to have content for people to want to watch, right? I mean, oh Lord Jesus. You know what? That part right there. And let me tell you something. There are plenty of brands on YouTube that they've never went live. It's quite sad. Like I told y'all, I contacted somebody to talk to them about being a YouTube channel host for a brand new show coming out. Contacted them. They said they're going to send it over to that person. And so like I said, the opportunities are out here. And it's going to be a crying shame when they do take notice. It's going to be too late, because we're going to be in our own social capital, and we're going to have financial capital say yes and no to these companies. And it shouldn't have to be like that. We should be able to work together, right? Like for example, did y'all know that Bravo had a live tab on their YouTube page? Did y'all know that? Type of 1 in the chat if you know, and type of 2 in the chat if you do not know. There's a reason why I'm about to get into this conversation. Type of 1 in the chat if you know that Bravo has a live tab on their YouTube page, or type of 2 in the chat if you did not know. Okay, Cheryl says she did not know. Okay. I'm about to pull it up because. And I remember what Queen T with GG9 said, don't give away all your ideas. I'm not giving away all my ideas, but I am going to expose a loophole in the game. Just give me a moment, y'all. I'm trying to get my search bar up here. Okay, so let me type in Bravo. Yes, indeed. So I'm not trust me, I don't say all my moves out loud. But when I tell y'all this one thing, y'all are going to flip. And y'all are going to say, what the actual hell? Trust me. So I'm on Bravo's YouTube page right now. 2,550,000 subscribers, 7,600 something videos. I click on their live tab, y'all. The only thing that they have right now is Top Chef live at the finale, the last quickfire challenge. 188,000 views. Guess how long this was streamed ago? Guess how many years this was streamed ago? Hey, man, welcome in, Queen. Glad to have you here. I want someone to guess how many years ago that was streamed. Just throw out a number. I'm curious to see what y'all have to say. You're close. 6 years ago. And that's their only video. Now, you mean to tell me that with 2,550,000 subscribers, that's the only time you went live was for Top Chef? You have had a BravoCon in New York City for how many years? And now you're having BravoCon out in Vegas, and you can't do live coverage of BravoCon live on Bravo's YouTube channel and broadcasting live on Bravo TV, your linear channel, and also broadcasting live on Peacock? Okay. That's what we do. Okay, cool. That's cool. It's not like it's the biggest event for the network or anything like that. It's not like we can get all the housewives at one time. It's not like you can have, pre-countdown shows and after shows of all the events at BravoCon. And it's not like if you go live from the Bravo YouTube channel that you would get at least 5,000 people watching live. That's what I'm saying. Your YouTube channel, Bravo, 2,550,000 subscribers, and you only went live one time 6 years ago, and y'all got BravoCon coming up in Vegas? Really? Okay. That's cool, Bravo. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all doing a great job. Y'all really are. What? It's just ridiculous, y'all. It is. Like I said, this fall is going to be quite interesting. It is going to be quite interesting this fall. And honestly, y'all, I can't even tell y'all if, excuse me, I can't even tell y'all if television is going to even look the same this fall. I can't even tell y'all that. Like, not to mention too, like, is anybody gonna watch TV this fall? Because I know, like, scripted shows, they have heavy communities, right? And so imagine if you have watched a scripted show for a long time. And by the way, shout out to all the power channels. What's that one brother's name? Mark. Oh my God, Mark. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Mark TV, something like that. He's a black brother. He covers power. He's a really Mark Dark. That's who he is. Mark Dark TV. He covers Power, the Power Universe. He covers some other shows as well. But yeah, it's whew, Lord Jesus, this is going to be crazy this fall. And honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. So oh, okay, y'all. So basically, Stormy is in bed with another company called Executive Financial Enterprise. So it's another company job. Like I said, y'all, Not to mention, um, not to mention EG.5 is on the rise as well. I've been seeing more news about that coming up. So, oh Lord, I you think WeTV's trying to step up? You know what? I will say, I think their strongest show on WeTV right now, to be real with you, is Brat Loves Judy. That's their biggest show right now. Of course, Love After Lockup is a very honorable mention. I will put some respect on Love and Lockup. But I think that's the biggest show. And if Tracy Braxton did not pass away, I think that Braxton Family Values would be back, because that was a fire show. We are the Braxtons, and you'll see that we are not your ordinary family. Tony, Tracy, to Wanda, and Trina. Tony, Tracy, to Wanda, Trina. Tamara, Miss E will teach you a thing or two on Braxton Family Values. So yeah. Deb Anthony, I think she is getting a scripted show as well. I think it was supposed to be a couple scripted shows. I haven't seen any new Marriage Boot Camp hip hop edition. I haven't seen anything new when it comes to that. But I think WeTV is going to step it up. Brat Loves Judy is their biggest show right now. If Brat and Judy go to another network, I don't know what WeTV is going to do. And obviously, WeTV is holding it down enough where they are giving them basically anything they want at this point. But WeTV is a good network. For those of you who don't know, WeTV used to be women's entertainment before it became WeTV, of the power of we as a community, right? And Oxygen, for those of you who don't know, Oxygen was also a woman-driven network. And Oprah had a stake in Oxygen, where she would do Oprah After the Show only on Oxygen. But now Oxygen is a true crime channel now. So this Thursday, Toya and Reginae will be joining the WeTV lineup. Toya is from, growing up hip hop as well. So, but there's a new show called Breaking the Ice. Ice Game champion Rory Flack coaches the first all-diverse competitive synchronized skating team. Okay, shout out to that. I had no idea that they had a new show. So there's Cold Windy. That's a show as well. I think WeTV is coming into its own. They just need more shows as well. I think WeTV, staying in the wait. Which one's a great show? Which one's a great show? Sexy Mommy. Which one? I saw a preview for Toya show. Looks good so far. Absolutely. I mean, Toya and Reginae, I think they're a dynamic duo. And not to mention too, you don't get to see a lot of mom and daughter shows on TV. So I think that that's going to be a great hit, and they know a lot of people as well. If anything, I think that I'm not going to say it's going to be like T.I. and Tiny, the Family Hustle, but I do think a lot of their family members will be coming through. Breaking the Ice is a good show. Okay, I have to check that out. I like I said, this is the first time I heard of it, just going on WeTV's website. But like I said, I do think that I do think WeTV will come into their own. I really, really do. I think WeTV will definitely come into its own. They just need more shows. If I was WeTV, I would be going after content creators to create original programming. And not to mention, too, some of these YouTube shows could be picked up as actual TV shows. They really could. I mean, all you have to do is format it for television. That's it. So like Braylon's virtual tour live on WeTV. All right, y'all. We'll be back with more Braylon's virtual tour live right here, live on WeTV. Go to break. Welcome back to Braylon's Virtual Tour live on WeTV. We are here chilling. If you want to be on WeTV, just go to the WeTV YouTube channel, click the StreamYard link, and you can be on WeTV live with Braylon Link. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to take YouTube shows and to be able to make that happen. Let's see here. The coach is a beast with a crying emoji. Okay, I will have to check that show out. I will definitely have to check that show out. I was thinking about watching Married at First Sight too, but y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was watching the I watched it in the early days, but there was so many seasons, and y'all, I just lost it. I really did. I lost track of how many seasons they have done, for real. So it was quite a lot. I've been thinking about watching Married at First Sight. Of course, Love is Blind is coming back with Nick and Vanessa Lachey hosting, which honestly I don't think they should be hosting. That's just my point of view. With Nick Lachey disrespecting a female photographer by, grabbing her camera as she was in her car, and then Vanessa Lachey saying that BBWs, don't have what it takes to have enough confidence to be able to find somebody for themselves within the amount of time it will take, of the show. Oh, Lord Jesus. Of the show, then I just think that was just really disrespectful. But that's just my take, though. Who knows on that? But yeah, that's just my take. But yeah, I'm just trying to find some new shows y'all to watch. By the way, I haven't seen Claim to Fame yet, but I watched it last season. Claim to Fame is an amazing show. Keke Palmer's sister won that last season. I think that was the first season of the show, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Oh, that's a show I gotta catch up on. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Say Yes to the Dress is a legit show. Okay, I love Monty. Monty is my dude because he will be the realest person in the room. Be like, this is not your day. Respectfully, this is not your day. And I think the best moments are when, it's a woman that's been through a lot, and Lori's like, you know what? We'll do the dress half off, or we'll just give you the dress. I think there should be a show called Say Yes to the Suit, because I feel like men should have the right to feel good on their wedding day too. Of course, guys can't really do a lot with suits, because, women can wear a pink dress and be fine if everything fills out nicely, of course. But if a dude wears a pink suit and it don't look right, he gets dragged from the heavens down to hell. But I do think Say Yes to the Suit would be an amazing show. So that way, men can feel good. And not to mention, I think there's not enough of men on reality TV showcasing the human side of who they are. But hey, that's just me though. That's just me. So I'm going to watch Love and Hip Hop. Have a great night, everyone. Good night, Money Bags. Much love to you, Cheryl, as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Very sweet. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. We're just here chilling. Virtual tour live. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link because it's been over an hour since I talked. If you guys want to come up, you're more than welcome to. Just give me a moment. All right, y'all. The link is pinned if you want to come up and chill out with me for a little bit. I'm on TLC.com right now, just trying to see if there's anything. Dude, I rarely go to TLC.com just because, like, TLC, honestly, it's a mixed bag when it comes to them. One of my favorite shows was, What Not to Wear, with Clinton and Stacy. And basically, they threw out all your clothes, and you got like $5,000. You got like on a new budget. You know what I mean? I thought that was a really good show. Dr. Pimple Popper, I don't know if I can watch that show because it's like to do the pus and everything else. It's like, ugh. I don't know how she does the job. I really don't. Like, I mean, and they do have like, pimple ASMR. You know what I mean? Where you just listen to, them squeezing it out. But yeah, it's something. There's something for sure. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a lot on TLC.com. One show that I am waiting on though, The Family Chantel. I'm still waiting. I am still waiting on The Family Chantel to come back for a new season. I do not know if it is going to come back. That is one of my all-time favorite shows, because that show really was the first show from the 90-day Fiance universe that worked out. You know what I mean? Like, people were so in love with Chantel and Pedro, and the cultural dynamics between Chantel's family and Pedro's family. And you have Karen, you have Thomas. Thomas is the cool dad that keeps it all together, you know what I mean? And then you have Winter, you have River as well. You have I'm trying to, who's that other bro? They have another brother that got married to a Filipino, and that was a whole thing. I mean, they just did not want her to marry her at all. And so yeah, the last season that I remember, it was Chantel and Pedro. They got like into a new house, and then apparently Pedro was flirting and trying to woo over his coworker because he's a real estate agent. And Chantel's been living her best life though, and I can get why. I mean, she doesn't really maybe want to come back to reality TV because once the cameras are out of your face, you are able to do a lot more things more easily. But I do think that, Chantel after, divorce would be quite fascinating to see, how she dates, what her family is up to. And not to mention too, like Chantel, she can really use her show, The Family Chantel, and to be able to promote all her products and, businesses and stuff like that, just like, Kardashians do or the housewives do, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. I don't know. By the way, y'all, don't forget this Saturday, Ray to Love panel, 3:05 p.m. Should be on Talk with Solana. Solana's YouTube channel, and Ray Love's show on the Open Winfrey Network. It's about 30 to 50-year-old Black people really trying to find love. And y'all, it is a journey. I think we're on episode 9 now, I think. But it's been such a fun time. So I definitely will be tuning in to next season. By the way, y'all, so I went to the production company website of Ray to Love, and they are saying that they are casting for New Orleans, Louisiana. So that will be where the next season will be. So if you know of any women or men that are in New Orleans, Louisiana. Let my talk roulette, let the good times roll, baby. Um, type in, Ready to Love casting and then tell them to apply, I mean, Ready to Love is probably one of OWN's biggest unscripted reality shows or reality competitions yet. So, but yeah, it's a good show. I have a good time with that panel. I try to showcase a lot more sides to me for sure. So, yes, indeed. I don't know what's going on with my Roku remote, y'all. Like today, for some odd reason, like let me see, because I know I have it wrong or something. But basically, I didn't really do anything to it. I don't think. Like it still works and everything, but like it skips for some odd reason. I feel like I gotta reset my Roku remote, and maybe it's just me, but like. Take the batteries out. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna try to put them back in and see if that will work. Cause yeah, I tried to, go through the selections today, and it just skipped. And now, because I did that, it's not wanting to work. That's nice. That's really nice. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, so my main remote still works, so I just got to reset my remote. Oh, yeah. Hello to the 4 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're just chilling. Been talking about some stuff today. Billy McFarland is coming back with the Fire Festival. Britney Spears and her ex-husband figured out the dog situation. Of course, Stormy Steele is going to be in court with another business tomorrow. Martell can't pay for something, per usual. There's just a lot of things going on in the world today, for sure. So we're just chilling, though. Glad to have all of you here. And I really do appreciate y'all being here. I really do. It means a lot. I've been talking about how, YouTube has given me like the most social anxiety that I've ever had. It is true. It really is true. Like I've never experienced anything like this where, what you upload or what you do has a, positive or negative effect, on your mental like this. I mean, there's a chance that you could upload something and nobody watches, that's kind of terrifying. You know what I mean? And so what I've been trying to do recently is to allow myself to know that it will be okay. Of course, one thing you have to do is stay consistent, with your videos. So I'm trying to get back into that now. It's been a couple of days since I uploaded one. I just uploaded Amy Robach today because I think I told y'all this story a while back that Amy Robach is coming back to News Nation, to do a show called Robach and Co. And, at the end of the day, to me, it is what it is. She and TJ did what they did. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I mean, it was completely wrong because to me, at the end of the day, like, how can you do that to your spouse? Not to mention, y'all got kids. Like, if it was just y'all, okay, maybe. But because y'all got kids, like, kids today, they ain't the kids of back in the day. Like, they will bully you hard. You heard? They will bully you and bully your kids. And I just felt like they were just really callous in that. I really do. I don't know what y'all think about it, but when I heard that she was going to be back on TV, I'm like, you do realize it's not going to be the same energy of how people know you. Because for those of you who may not know, Amy Robach was on NBC with Weekend Today, and then she moved over to ABC. And she moved over to ABC because of many things. She wanted to be able to do more at ABC. They do have a better way of diversifying their correspondence. NBC is finally coming up with that now. But, Amy was the co-anchor of 2020, which is a huge news magazine. And, Josh Elliott, who left to go to NBC Sports, and he didn't stay at NBC Sports long, but before that, he was on GMA. So Amy Robach was the new news anchor on, GMA, but then she got down to a breaking news anchor, and then she got to be the anchor of GMA3 trying to think, with Dr. Jen Ashton. And so, at that time it was, the virus. And so was GMA3, the virus, what you need to know. And then they add TJ Holmes because they realized, okay, the pandemic is kind of moving, so we need to line the load a little bit. But I genuinely do not think it's going to be the exact same show with her on News Nation. I just really don't. I wish her well. I wish TJ well. But I don't think it's going to be the same. I just really don't. But hey, that story is now on my YouTube channel. You guys want to check that out. I've been trying to do more, topical stories. I've been trying to do, better thumbnails, because I know thumbnails get y'all intrigued into the show or get you intrigued into the experience. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Y'all feel free to type in the chat what y'all want to talk about. I'm just literally up here talking, just trying to keep the conversation going. I appreciate y'all being here. So Monday we did go live for our 1,000 subscriber celebration and monetization. That was so much fun getting to see all y'all. We had a good time too. De Silva was laughing her behind off. We were talking about the De Silva talk show and the sleep number bed skybox, and how me and her husband will be drinking Jose Cuervo margaritas. I'll be drinking mine with hibiscus and cinnamon in it, and making margaritas for the audience. It was a fun time. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It was a fun time. It really, really was. I appreciate everybody who came through, whether you gave a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, or even if you said hi in the live chat or in the comment section. It really did mean a lot to me that y'all came through. Really did. Because this thing is not easy. It's not. It's not. Not know what happened, y'all. I am back. It's gonna happen from time to time. Anyway, now I'm trying to get my Roku reset it because like my remote, like it was working for a minute, but then like it skipped. So like I don't know, I gotta set my Roku remote back up. But anyway, I'll get to that soon. I've actually been so like one of the things I do love about Roku is, there's live TV on Roku. So most of the time, y'all, I watch Cheaters. Y'all know the TV show Cheaters. Cheating is a crime, happens every day. You know that show. So I would watch these episodes, and I'm just like, oh my god, like people are really out here doing this. And I think the last host that hosted it was Peter Guns from Love and Hip Hop. And when I first started watching Cheaters, I'm like, okay, why is this show on TV? But also too, I get it, right? Like at the end of the day, you are given everything you have in the relationship, so you just want to know if your partner is really respecting. And honestly, it breaks my heart with some of these couples because some of these couples have been together for a very long time. And some of them are just really callous about it. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's, a best friend that you thought was a best friend, but turns out not really is a best friend anymore. Like, it's heartbreaking. It is. I mean, I thought about that show, like, would you, and you know what, maybe this might be for a virtual tour live, because I do want to get into, I definitely do want to get into more topics like this, but I think I may do this topic of if you, and I'll just ask y'all here just to kind of see what y'all are thinking and how y'all are feeling. If your partner was cheating on you, or if you feel like your partner was cheating on you, would you call cheaters? That's the question I have. Would y'all call cheaters? I don't know if I would. I really don't, because at the end of the day, at that point, you are opening up your world and your partner's world to the world. I don't know if I would. I mean, now I will say this: there have been some, people that because they have opened up their, their world to cheaters. There have been conversations I've had, and relationships have gotten better. There's some people that, they open their world up to cheaters. They're forced now. Then it's always interesting with the updates, right? When they come back for an update, and they're like, well, when y'all came in, and I was on my own business, trying not to get caught and things like that. I mean, man, that show is just crazy. If you have not seen Cheaters, it should be on your Roku TV. Yeah, Roku, it should be free. Watch some of those, because man, let me tell you something. You will get into a marathon. Like, I think I fell asleep to Cheaters one time. I really I did. Like when it comes to me falling asleep, like I have my fan on. I don't know if anybody else sleeps with the fan on at night, but I have to have it cold for me to fall asleep. There's good white noise in the background. It drowns out, my surroundings. And then, sometimes I have the TV on at night too. You know what I mean? So, would you go on Cheaters? Now, one show I definitely would not, I would not go on is, I would not go on Temptation Island. Those of you who don't know what Temptation Island is, Temptation Island is a show where 4 couples go to Maui, and they're stuck at a crossroads in their relationships. They either have to decide to, stay together, leave with somebody. Okay, you guys either stay together, they separate, or they leave with somebody new. So they throw these single people into the mix. So the guys are in a villa with the ladies, and the ladies are in a villa with the guys. So they choose, different dates and things like that. I'm just like, I don't know, because If your relationship has come down to that point, what if you and that person ends up, going through your own thing? Are y'all gonna come back to Temptation Island? And like, wait a minute, you were single and you were married, so now y'all got problems? And that's a real conversation. That's a real conversation. So y'all got any questions for me or anything? Feel free to drop them in the chat. I'm really just talking, just chilling out with y'all. Not up to too much. Not up to too much. I'm watching this content creator called BD Commentator, and she does excellent documentaries. I can watch them for hours. But she did a documentary on Josh Duggar from Arkansas, and I'm not gonna get into what he did. But he's behind bars where he needs to be, not just leave that there. But yeah, it was a very deep dive into that world, and anytime you hear the Duggar family, you're like, oh Lord, that family from Arkansas. I was like, yes, they are from Arkansas, but I promise you, we don't claim them. We really don't. We want the kids to be well, but we don't claim, the parents. Because they're just a little old fashioned, you know what I mean? But still. I'm trying to think because Michelle Rose said she was going to watch Oh, you know what? It is Tuesday night. That's right. I forgot Love and Hip Hop is on MTV now. I totally forgot because it moved off of VH1. It did. For those of you who don't know, VH1 is now under BET control, so it's not even under VH1 control anymore. Which, I guess I get. You know what I mean? I guess I get it because MTV is supposed to be about music, television, but at the end of the day, they don't even play music anymore. They don't. They keep the VMAs at this point just because it's a part of the history of MTV, but they don't really even do music anymore. I think Morocco might be. Okay, let me see how to speak of Morocco because I genuinely do not know. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate all of you. I do. Reset. Promote. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this thing together. That's really good, huh? I don't know what happened. Doggone it. Well, I'll figure that out soon enough. Y'all got any more topics for me or anything? Because I'm here chilling. Otherwise, I can probably close it down around probably at 150 or so. But Oh wow, that's a conversation on Clubhouse. So y'all, the conversation says here, and I quote, is 304 culture destroying the image of black women. That's a title. That's a title. I mean, listen, I think at the end of the day, anything can destroy anything, right? And I think we gotta be a little bit careful to recognize that's not everybody in the culture, right? There are black women who are rising up to do great businesses. There are black women who are being great moms, great daughters. So I don't think it's everybody. I really don't. I think there's a lot of people in the world today that they're tired of they're tired of seeing negativity. They're tired of seeing things not progressing. They're tired of confusion. But because we live in a world that accepts all that, then that is the culture that we live in, right? I'm not saying everything has to be sunshine and rainbows, but it would be nice to see more positive content in the world from time to time. But, you know. Four people in the building. Thank y'all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're just talking. We're just talking. Been talking about some hot topics tonight. By the way, I'm Whack 100. Talk to academics about stop disrespecting black women. I totally agree with him on that because at the end of the day, one of those fan bases is going to get him together. I don't think he's going to be ready for it. I really don't think so. I really do not think so. By the way, one series I am looking forward to is Rosario Dawson and Star Wars, the new Oniska. I think that's how you say Oniska. I'm not really a huge Star Wars fan, but I mean, if it's us in it, of course I will watch. But yes, indeed. So I never really was into like Star Trek and Star Wars. I think Star Wars, I am your father. You know what I mean? That right there, man, is man. I think culturally, what Star Wars did for a lot of people and does do still, and also Star Trek, I think it gives people a space to escape. Because think about growing up, we always wanted to be a hero or a villain. And I think Star Wars and Star Trek allowed us to experience that. I mean, I think Star Trek had the first black woman in sci-fi, Miss Nichols, right? And the Spock, peace be with you. Hands gesture. I'm doing it right now, but so the problem with me is like I get my first two fingers together. The other two, I have to bend my fingers a little bit, where it's not like streamlined, but I gotta like bend them down. But to be able to have those cultural moments of impact, those are important. And I cannot tell you how many times people have went to a Comic-Con and have met their best friends there, and they don't feel alone. And I love geek culture. I really do. Like Charles Martinet just retired as Mario, which I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, who's gonna be Mario now? It is really it really is the small things in life, for sure. You know what I mean? And I look at it like this. I think curiosity and creativity, they still matter. You know what I mean? I get excited when I see a story about some kid doing their own lemonade stand. I get excited to see for example at Halloween time, those there's like a costume that kids can be in that transform them into Optimus Prime and stuff. I love creativity. I really do. I love spontaneity, and I think that needs to be out there more. I think life can take the shout out of us sometimes. And it's never fun when the shot's taken out. It's never fun. It's never ever fun. But yes, I'm trying to see if there's anything else in the news today. I don't think it is. I think it's just been kind of a slow news day. You know what I mean? So, mhm. Oh, by the way, for those of you who were wondering about All Rise, it was a show on CBS. Um, OWN picked up the show, right? Which was great, but um, it is canceled at OWN. So if you're looking forward to All Rise, it is being canceled at OWN with premiere date set for the final 10 episodes. It is sad that the show is ending. I think that, BET Plus would have been great for that. And, I think like, for example, a Black Lady sketch show from, HBO over to, BET would be amazing. So there's plenty of black shows that, they need to pick up. They do. By the way, do y'all still call Twitter Twitter? Or do y'all call it X? Because I don't call it X. I'm sorry. I just, in my heart of hearts, like, there's no way I can ever call, that X. I just don't see it in my future. Like, even brands are saying that they don't call it X. Because, like, everybody has known for the longest time that little bird is Twitter. You know what I mean? We tweet. And, a tweet is like 240 characters. It's something short, to the point, simple. It had a purpose. But, now X is like, what? I saw a report from Elon Musk say that that X may fail, but it's gonna go out spectacularly. So you bought Twitter to do what you want to do, but now that you see that can fail, you still want to succeed. Like, where they do that at? Yeah, so. All right, y'all. Well, it looks like it is just two people here, so I will go ahead and get ready to do the daily motivational thought here. I try to stay to my commitments, y'all. I do. I try to stay to my commitments because at the end of the day, when you do commit to something, you definitely want to make sure that you honor that, because people will honor you for what you do. So. Here we go. So this is for Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Struggle. You struggle to understand. That struggle gives you profound, indisputable ownership of whatever understanding you acquire. Struggle is unpleasant. That does not mean it's futile. Struggle is a difficult, draining experience, and from that experience can come great value. In times of struggle, you discover and develop your strength by putting that strength into a meaningful test. Struggle is unfair, uncomfortable, inconvenient, dangerous, painful, frustrating. Get yourself through the struggle, and you have something consequential, something that empowers every corner of your life. You don't always get to choose your struggles, yet you always have the choice as how to face them and what you do with them. With seeking within life's greatest struggles or life's greatest victories, take them as they come, give your best, and seek to transform your struggles into a life of meaning, of purpose, of consequences. Ralph Morrison. You know what I got from that about struggle? Is that, struggle, as much as we don't want to go through it, it's necessary. Because out of that struggle does come lessons that we learn over time that makes us better as a person. I think that struggle makes you work harder. Because Steve Harvey said a clip of, just take what your gift or what you do for $1, try to make $10. Take that gift, make $100. Take that gift, make $1,000. Take that gift of $1,000, make it $10,000. Take that gift of $10,000, make it $100,000, then make it $1 million. And so I've come to realize, like, at the end of the day, I just got to take this $10 commentary and just turn to $1 million worth of commentary. That's it. So struggle is important. It's important to, everything in life, from your family to your friends. Everything we do is emotional. And finally, the last thing I will say about, struggle is at the end of the day, out of all the struggle that we have been through, we're still here to rise to our greatness. I think that's a beautiful thing. So with that being said, know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. This is the outro, y'all. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. Trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself, is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we will rise up and be great together. Always remember where you do it. Radio, television, YouTube, live your best life, or just recognizing within the fact of conversation that we all struggle in some capacity. Make sure the replay is not just for you to watch it, not just for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace y'all. See you real soon. Good night, everybody. By the way, the song is Part of the Game, Epidemic Sound. Part of the Game by Velveteen, Epidemic Sound. I'm saying that so that way they will get credit. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen, because I'm really getting tired of them. But I'm still going to do my videos because I know it's a good doggone song. So one love, much love, all of. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye, everybody.